Welcome to Lost the Plot. In this video, we'll unravel the gripping and intense journey that is The Last of Us Part 2, one of the most brutal and emotionally charged stories ever told in gaming. From its shocking opening to its devastating conclusion, this game plunges us into a world of love, loss, and revenge that will stay with you long after the credits roll. There will be spoilers throughout, but you're not going to want to miss a single moment. The story begins 5 years after the events of the first game, with Joel and Ellie trying to settle into a quieter life in Jackson, Wyoming. But while they may have found relative safety, their relationship is fractured. Ellie is growing older and more independent, but Joel is haunted by his actions from the first game. He saved Ellie by killing the Fireflies along with their doctors, which prevented a cure from being made. The weight of that secret has built a wall between them, and Ellie senses it. That fragile peace, though, is soon shattered. The tranquility of Jackson is obliterated when Joel is murdered by a group led by a woman named Abby. And what a shocking moment that is. This brutal, seemingly personal but unexplained act kicks off a larger story about the consequences of violence. It's a raw, merciless moment that leaves both characters and players reeling, signaling the game's deep dive into the cost of revenge. After Joel's death, Ellie becomes singularly focused on one thing: finding Abby and making her pay. This quest for revenge drives her to Seattle, where she faces everything from the infected to human threats like the militarized WLF and the fanatical Seraphites. But even more terrifying is what's happening inside her. Each act of vengeance chips away at her humanity. You can see the toll this journey takes on her when she mercilessly kills one of Abby's friends. This moment shows how far she's fallen from the Ellie we knew, a kid who still had hope and compassion in the first game. But Ellie isn't alone in her quest. Alongside her are Tommy, her adoptive uncle, and her new girlfriend Dina, who brings moments of light in this dark, harrowing journey. Tommy, devastated by the loss of his brother, embarks on his own parallel quest for vengeance, and his relentless pursuit becomes a dark mirror for Ellie's own path. As Tommy sinks further into obsession, it foreshadows what could happen to Ellie if she doesn't stop. He's a warning of what's to come. Dina, meanwhile, begins this journey full of love and loyalty to Ellie. But Ellie's self-destructive path takes its toll on their relationship, forcing Ellie to decide just how much she's truly willing to sacrifice. The duo are momentarily joined by Jesse, a capable Jackson soldier, Dina's ex-boyfriend, and a trusted friend to Ellie. Though his quick and unceremonious death is another brutal reminder of the game's willingness to devastate players just when you think you've caught your breath. Ellie often flashes back to her time with Joel, and you get to see a few of the moments they shared in the 5 years between the two game stories. Joel teaching Ellie to play guitar, saving her from the clutches of a bloater, and sticking up for her against a prejudiced resident of Jackson. These bittersweet memories are as rewarding and painful for the player as they are for Ellie. And then, the game pulls an incredible switch, putting us in the shoes of Abby, the very person who killed Joel. This is where the story takes a massive turn, forcing players to see things from Abby's perspective. Abby isn't just a villain. She's someone shaped by love, loss, and a desperate need for revenge. It's revealed that she is the daughter of the doctor Joel murdered at the end of the first game, and much like Ellie, Abby is caught in a cycle of violence that's been set into motion long before the events of the game. While Abby keeps friends at a distance, we see a few of her relationships unfold, which provides deep insight to her internal struggle. With Owen, she shares a complicated love interest, though he longs for a life away from the constant fighting. He serves as a reminder of what peace could look like. Meanwhile, Manny is a fierce fighter who stays by Abby's side through the thick of battle. Both characters reflect Abby's opposing desires. One of Abby's most powerful moments comes when her path crosses with Seraphite siblings Yara and Lev. Lev, a boy fleeing from the oppressive Seraphite culture, becomes a central figure in Abby's life. He reminds her of the humanity she had lost while pursuing her revenge. Abby's bond with Lev changes her. He represents her chance at redemption. When Lev questions Abby's motives in staying by his side, Abby reassures him with the powerful words, "You're my people." It's a moment that shifts everything for Abby, highlighting how love can push us to grow and protect even in the darkest times. In many ways, the relationship between Abby and Lev is similar to Joel and Ellie's in the first game. A gruff, hardened soldier that's slowly taught compassion by someone innocent who needs protection. The game's climax brings everything full circle as Ellie and Abby meet again, this time in California. Ellie has tracked her down, determined to finish what she started. But in the heat of their final battle, something within Ellie shifts. She sees a flash of Joel humming while playing the guitar, and she realizes that killing Abby won't heal her. It's a moment of clarity, of Ellie recognizing that vengeance won't bring peace, and it's devastating because it comes at the cost of so much. Ellie loses her relationship with Dina and, perhaps most tragically, her innocence. In the battle, Abby bites off two of Ellie's fingers. We see in the final scene that this physical loss took away Ellie's ability to play the guitar, which had been one of the few connections Ellie shared with Joel in the recent years. The relationships in The Last of Us Part 2, whether it's Ellie and Joel, Ellie and Abby, or even Abby and Joel, are complex and raw. They show how the choices we make ripple outwards, affecting not just ourselves but everyone around us. You can see how Joel's decision to save Ellie comes from the same place as Abby's desire for revenge, both driven by love and both leading to consequences that reverberate through the lives of everyone they care about. In the end, this game isn't just about revenge, it's about self-discovery and the price of that journey. Ellie's final choice, sparing Abby, shows us that the cycle of violence will only stop when we make the conscious decision to break it. Ellie may have lost so much, but by letting Abby go, she holds on to the last piece of herself that still has the capacity for compassion and forgiveness. This thrilling sequel is one of the most intense, emotionally charged stories ever told in a video game. It forces us to grapple with difficult questions about revenge, forgiveness, and what it really means to let go. It's a journey that stays with you long after you've finished playing, and one that leaves you thinking about your own choices and relationships. So, what do you think? Did the story hit you as hard as it hit us? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, if you liked this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you want more deep dives into your favorite stories, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.